Hi, and welcome back to AI in 5. As always, I'm your host, Simon Chris. Joining me today is Dmytro Filatov. Now, Dmytro lives in the US but is originally from the beautiful country of the Ukraine. And we're going to be talking about vision-based AI and looking at some use cases around how industries are utilizing it. Hi, Dima, and welcome to AI in 5. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks a lot for the opportunity. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Now, we're going to jump right in. You have a lot of expertise in vision-based AI, and while a lot of the world is talking about language models and stuff, there is a whole lot that can be done using AI and vision. Could you talk us through some of the big use cases in some of the key industries like manufacturing or mining or airlines or something?
Yeah, definitely. We started in 2016, and one of first our enterprise big customers been doing air ground services doing services for air transportation companies. So basically, they're servicing all the airplanes around the world, including United States, like 50 plus airports. And we are using computer vision to understand the physical environment, understand the quality of the operations people are performing. And there's multiple different insights. To deliver high quality here, we need to create high validity models. So we started exploring synthetic data and so on, so on. But one of the surprises for us was that there's actually a lot of AI which we need to apply to the operations and understanding the intelligence inside of this profession and this industry. So basically, one of the key processes here is not only applying the computer vision itself, but making sure that we understand the intelligence and expertise behind the best professionals in this industry, and that we are putting it in the right models. And that.
So what are they actually like as a typical example in aviation? What are they looking for? Are they looking at how baggage handlers lift bags, or are they looking at how the trucks drive around? What are they looking for?
Yeah, for example, there's hundreds of small procedures. Each person in the airfield, they need to have a safety equipment, personal protective equipment, safety vest. All safety vests need to be zipped. So it's already three-component computer vision model. Detect each person, detect if person have a safety vest. If that safety vest is zipped or not zipped, it's already kind of three procedures.
Okay.
But there's a lot of smart intuition built into the operations and in the quality of this to make sure that all the industries are running reliably and on time. For example, each vehicle approaching towards the aircraft, they need to make at least three stops before arriving to the aircraft. For example, even this small tug which picking up the baggage, they cannot just go directly to the airplane, because sometimes brakes could not be working. Sometimes there are some other incidents could be happening. So they need to follow these particular procedures which have been developed to the tons of the different repetitions, and these procedures are crucial to make sure that all the operations run on time without significant risks. And we're using computer vision to make sure that we're detecting all these small procedures and to prevent high-cost incidents. And to understand what we need to look into, we are not using only computer vision. We also need to extract a lot of the small insights and know-hows from the particular experts in this industry.
Yeah, wow. So that's kind of in the health and safety field. Is there another use case you could talk about of how companies are using this?
For example, in the manufacturing operations, mining operations, it's important to understand what is scheduled activities, what is actual performed activities, and quite often the reality is quite different from what been planned. And this is if this includes utilization of high-cost equipment. For example, some of the heavy equipment could be cost $1 million per day to use, and if we are not using it in a smart way, we are just losing millions every day, and the cost of deployment of computer vision systems is 10% of that.
Yeah, wow. Okay. And do you get much concern from people, particularly employees, saying, oh, hang on, you're using video of me. How do I know that I'm not going to wind up in a video with Donald Trump or something? What's the answer there?
Yeah, definitely. That's amazing question. Thank you, Simon. So basically, there's always concern of the big brother watching you, and to like, I always approach it from the position that every person wants the better future, and they always like every person is good by default. But we need to first explain them how this system works. As soon as we explain how this system works, they start creating some insights that they help us to understand what kind of the knowledge, what kind of knowledge may be missing from original operational checklist, original briefs. So we are including people as much as possible. We are relying on their curiosity and their goodwill. As soon as we do these two steps, we discover that actually people want to be notified. Like in many cases, they want to be notified first before before big accident happen or before the back office hear about an accident. So like actually people want to correct their behavior themselves before they get some punishment or something from the back office. And there's like two additional procedures which helps here. One of them is basic anonymization of the data, so we have blurring faces, so it's hard to recognize if there's a particular person there. And another thing is there's amazing standard which like no person shall be kind of punished by the AI system alone. If there's some procedure have been missed, the human operator need to review the findings of the AI system. So AI system only speed up 99% of the review process, but the final decision need to be verified by human.
With the human. That's amazing. Look, we're at time, believe it or not, 5 minutes gone already. What would be your one bit of advice for a company just starting their AI journey? What should they be doing or what should they be thinking about?
It depends what kind of the company. If it's industrial company, big enterprise companies, I would really recommend to discover the internal champions inside, existing champions inside the company who is already curious about the technology, who want to replace with technology as much as possible, and empower them, give them different tools, provide them with some budgets, give them opportunity to experiment. There's in every industry, there's a lot of hungry talent who want to show them, who want to prove themselves, and just like look for internal champions in your company and let them rock the show.
Great advice. Awesome advice. Dima, thank you so much for being a part of AI in 5.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. My pleasure.